apparently. And we have been live for 5 seconds. I can't tell what's going on.
That's my fault.
Oh God. Oh, it's just me on the stream. This is interesting.
Ah!
All right, Jack should be back. Jack should be back any second on the live stream. There he comes. Here he comes. Oh God. Oh, it's just me on the stream.
Sorry.
This is
I clicked onto the wrong
interesting.
chat. Ah!
Okay, so let's figure this out. I think we're good. Are we on?
Yeah.
Stream is healthy. Yeah. Hey, if anybody is actually watching, it would be fantastic to just like get a comment saying that people can see us. That'd be great, but you never know.
I just see you. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, I seem to be live.
All right. Okay, we will wait about 3 minutes. We got a bit of pre-show going on here. We got a bit of pre-show. Are we happy with the notes?
I'm very happy with the notes. I mean, I've got more on the R Live section, but it'd be fun just to dive because I've got this week in gaming. I've got a few things there. I've got 2 on movies and TV. And then you've basically got tech news sorted. So I think we're good.
All right. We already have a comment. Who is Elzebub?
I don't know.
They seem to know you.
Oh, wait, hang on. Let me go on to youtube.com. Slacker Studio.
Thank you for confirming you can see us.
Yeah, thanks. Honestly.
We are quite new to this, as you can probably tell. Oh, the squeaky chair.
Wish there was a way I could actually just look at the chat without looking at the stream, because it might. I don't want it to kill my internet.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, pop out chat.
Yeah. I suppose you could pop out the chat. Yeah, that's cool.
Hey, there we go. Perfect. Done. Nice.
I can only do
Happy
that.
days.
Right. Okay. Well. Fuck it. Let's go.
It's Elliot. Yes. It's one of my guildmates from Classic.
Okay. Hey, Elliot. How's
it going? Welcome.
All right. Okay, Jack. Do you wanna hit us with do we count as live? We got a minute to go technically. Do we wait a minute? Do we not wait a minute?
We could wait a minute.
Let's wait a minute.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, hopefully the whole thing will be fine because, it's relying on my internet, not yours.
It's nuts thinking we're 39 episodes in.
Well, we're more than that really, but it's just we're actually got like. Hang on, I can check it on Anchor. Let's see what it is. Because that's 39 of like a main show, but we've got way more shows than that. So, dashboard. If it loads. Oh yeah, right. Obviously the internet's going to be like, help. Yeah, I don't know. We got several. Because there's also like 10 at the bars and stuff. Cool.
Oh.
All right. Let's do a countdown. We got 5 seconds to go, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're live. Jack, go for it. Hit that intro.
Cool. Welcome to episode 39 of Slacker Studio, a podcast all about the things we do when we're slacking. This week we are live for the first time in video form, and talking about 160Hz phones, Minecraft Doom, and plenty of other things really. I'm Jack.
And I'm Ed. I would say beer of the show, but you've got not beer and I've got not beer. What have you got?
Yeah. I've got 2 ciders for today. So my first one is a Parma Violet, which these are odd flavors, right? I just saw them and I was like, I've got to try these just for the sake of getting it out of the way. I've seen them on the shelf at my local for quite some time. They're going to be way sweet, I can already tell. This is Parma Violet English cider by Brothers Cider. Now, before I've had Brothers cider, the toffee apple one, and that was lovely. That's like that little toffee yogurt you used to have as a kid, but in alcoholic form.
Yeah,
I used to love Parma Violets as a kid. I used to eat those like all the time. They're like chalk, soapy chalk, but people hate them. It said made by 4 brothers in Somerset, making distinctive fruit ciders that deliver bold and intriguing flavors that think outside the bottle. A
Outside the
delicate
bottle.
flavor that's outside the bottle. A delicate flavor of sweet violet with a subtle hint of floral notes. Be unconventional, served chilled over ice. Well, I don't have any ice,
No, I don't
but
have
it's
any
two
ice either.
units, 4%. What have you got?
All right, so I've got two choices. So I've either got a Mike's Hard Seltzer. Is this backwards on the stream? I can't tell. It's backwards on my
Oh,
screen.
I could see it said hard seltzer. Mike's hard seltzer. What is
Yeah.
a seltzer?
Okay, so it is basically alcoholic sparkling water.
Oh, right.
So it just says it's basically just alcohol. It's not like vodka or anything like that. It's just alcohol. It just says purified water, 5 times distilled spirit, and then whatever the flavoring happens to be. So this one's a
Damn.
lemon one, and
Yeah.
then this one is actually from BrewDog. So
Oh,
sort of, you see, little BrewDog, little doggy.
yeah.
Um, so this is white peach and mango, and I'm tempted to have that first because it's BrewDog Distilling Co. Wherever.
Nice.
Come on, focus. Yeah, no. Okay.
Is that kind of like is it Hop House 13? No, that's Guinness.
No.
Guinness do
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's my apologies. I got that wrong.
So these
I've
things,
seen.
like things I've seen from a lot of people in America. Some people I follow. There's like a car rebuild channel, Beers for Build, on YouTube. They have like one of their sponsors is Truly, and that is basically these, and they just get like crates of it delivered regularly. So I was aware of it, never seen it, and then suddenly it's like all up in Tesco's. So yeah, they're good fun.
Right,
So
let's get this pouring out the
yeah,
way.
I'm not gonna pour. I'm gonna have it straight from the can, and I'm gonna go with the peach and mango first. Do the pour.
See if this comes out because it smells like Parma violets, but I'm wondering if it's going to be purple with like food colorings or if it's just going to be like. Oh, it's kind of purpley.
Oh, that is kind of purpley. Okay, so Kristen's
like-
had like Parma Violet gin.
Gin? Yeah, I've
Yeah.
had Parma Violet gin. I had, I think one of the nicest weird gins I had was near Christmas, and it was a. Yeah, I guess. Sorry, Elliot said, is it similar to White Claw?
Yes, that it's exactly that.
Ooh, okay. This is interesting. So, yeah, it's as purple as can be.
Yeah, it's pretty purple. Maybe I
There
should have
goes
got a
the
glass of
bottle
mine, but
cap.
they're pretty clear, really. My ones. So yesterday,
Fair enough,
Elliot,
yeah.
I had a raspberry White Claw thing. That was really good. But I thought I'd get this one. I've had the lemon one before from Mike's, but I haven't had this. What is it? What did I say? Peach and mango yet.
Super light carbonated. But I had Turkish Delight gin near Christmas, and that was just wonderful.
Mm.
Anyway, cheers.
Cheers. Well, that's fizzy.
Oh my god, that is really sweet. Wow. But it does actually taste like Parma violets. That's odd. That's such an odd feeling. It's like I crushed down a childhood sweet and just chucked it into a load of pear cider. That's essentially what this is, though.
Yeah, I suppose. Wait, so like pear cider? So you reckon it's
Yeah.
pear,
Oh, actually,
or is it apple?
that's a really good point.
I suppose it probably won't tell you because like it's very strange. But they haven't made. They
Yeah,
haven't like
no,
fermented
no, it
violets.
doesn't. Yeah.
So-
Yeah, they haven't done that. I have no idea. It doesn't say. It says born in a field in Somerset, but it's by brother, so I don't know if it's apple or pear. I'm terrible when it comes to cider like this, but
Yeah,
that's
me
what
too.
I'm trying to experiment because I lived last year in Bristol. All I did there was drink cider, and our local had like their own scrumpy, but most of the time we just had Thatcher's Haze on tap, which was
Yep.
beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But this is very different. Really sweet, but it's not overbearing. It's not like Record League, which is
Oh, I
can
can't
be
stand
sickly
it.
sweet.
I absolutely can't stand that because it is too sweet.
It's borderline though. It's close Record League, but this is actually quite nice. I think with ice I can actually really imagine enjoying this.
Is it pretty cold now though? Because like
Mm.
mine were in the freezer and they've been out for a little bit, so they're kind of cold.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it does build. It's a cloyingly sweet one. But this is like you wouldn't session it,
No.
but it is
no.
nice as like a one-off, like chilling here. It looks like I've kind of like got this from some fucking cauldron in Harry Potter.
Yeah, it does. It looks a bit like a Purple Rain from here.
It looks like Potion of Shadow Wrath that I take before I go to BWL. Like I have to
Yeah.
drink one of those Parma Violet ciders, and then Warlock Powers are way better.
Yeah, do it. I mean, so mine is like super light and refreshing. That's kind of the point of these things. Like you don't really, it just tastes like flavored sparkling water. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really get it. Like, why is it called a seltzer? Do you know what that is? Is it just because it's
Oh,
fizzy?
wonder if anyone else watching knows, but I have no idea.
Like, it's
I mean, that's kind of the fun of doing this is that we can learn stuff as we're kind of drinking as well.
yeah. I mean, this BrewDog one says lifted sparkling water. I mean, what does that mean?
Oh,
Like,
jeez. Oh.
um, yeah. Anyway, so hey, I like it. It's good. It's nice and refreshing.
Mm.
It's more peachy than mango, which is fine by me. I quite like peach flavored things. Like, I like a good peach yogurt. That's good.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I love mango. Like, I've forgotten what it was, but I think on the show I did cover a mango craft beer that I was in love with when I was in Bristol
Mm,
for quite some time. I've
yeah.
not found it since I've moved back to Sussex, but hopefully I'll be able to find it one day soon.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Anyway,
Should we do some stuff?
yeah, tell me about we start off with a section called Our Lives, so we basically just bitch and talk about all the stuff that we're kind of doing. This is also for the sake of, since we started this podcast, it's great to be able to look back in the future and see what we were doing at that time. Like, it might be like I was really struggling with something like a quest.
Yep.
Yeah, unicorn piss. Elliot just said this is perfect unicorn piss.
That's
It is
exactly it.
unicorn
Yeah, yeah,
piss.
yeah.
That's
That's it.
exactly what unicorn piss is. Kind of tastes like unicorn piss. No, it doesn't. It's all right.
I
But
suppose.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, but we do this so we can kind of look back as well. Also, it's just fun to talk about
Yeah.
stuff because this is how we actually catch up. Weirdly
It
enough.
genuinely it is. Yeah. I mean, today we've kind of faffed around for an hour or two, kind of getting the stream set up. Which is more than we normally do. So I'm actually off today. I work random hours. Well, not hours, just random days. And apparently seltzer, yes, just does mean fizzy. So that's fine by me. Fizzy water that is flavored and is alcoholic. It is good.
Thank you for saying.
What is two pant? What does that mean? Does that mean it says pant on the back of my can somehow? Why does it say two pant?
Did you say pint? You sure?
PANT.
Pant?
Something about 1 krona. Oh, maybe it's something to do with recycling in some other countries because it says 1 kr, which is that 1 krona? I don't
Or
know.
it's a drink that by the end of it you can only wear 2 pairs of pants.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah,
Double
that's
layer it up.
Yeah, that's it. I see. Okay, anyway, moving on. All right, my week this week. So, realistically, most of it has been just I've been at work all the time. Like we're a couple of people down this week. One person, she's still shielding, so she's back on the 1st, so very soon, which will be good. We can have more days off, that'll be right. But then we also had someone on holiday, which then meant there's literally only like 2 of us around, and it has been so busy at work. Which has been good, but it's just full on all the time. You can't keep up with stuff, and that's just how it is. But the fun stuff I've done this week is like Kristen and I have been doing yet another rewatch of the MCU, and so we are like, God, how many films? We just watched Iron Man 3, and we're watching them in order again. So that's what, like 6 films, something like that.
Wow. When you put it in perspective, it is a shitload to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was like, what is it? It's like Iron Man 1, 2, Thor, Captain America, Avengers, and then Iron Man 3, I think.
Hmm.
I think that's what we've seen so far. I guess technically we should have watched the Hulk film, but that doesn't really count. But yeah, it's fun. It's I really enjoy Iron Man 3. Like Kristen's not a huge fan of it, but like it's still good fun.
First Iron Man's so good. It always makes me really crave a cheeseburger when he gets in the car.
Oh yeah. Exactly that for me. Mm. 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 The only other thing I've really been doing is I've played a little bit of like Apex and stuff. If in the evenings we've just been chilling out watching films really. So, but after work a couple times we've been riding. I've been trying to figure out what I want to do with my bike.
Yeah.
Like it's at some point or another I want a new mountain bike. That's just how it is. But I'm not ready to be able to do that yet because I've still got a road bike on Cycle to Work, which is completely useless to me, but I'm paying for it anyway, so whatever. All the events got cancelled that I was going to do, as we've probably spoken about before, so that's just one of those things. But I tried my dad's bike because mine is a full suspension 26-inch wheels bike. My dad's is a 29-inch full suspension, so totally different wheel size, and a lot of the bikes I've been looking at to replace mine with would be probably 29 front wheel and 27.5 rear wheel. So mountain bikers will probably get that. Basically, just pick a wheel size and be a dick about it. That's generally how it is. So I just wanted to try it, but the trouble I had was that I kind of just got on his bike and I put the seat up a little bit for me, and then just rode it, and it's fucking horrible. It's like not at all set up how I would do it at all. So the bars are like,
yeah, it feels wrong.
It'll be fine. It'll be great. And then, because I'm used to braking with like one finger, yeah, like so my brake levers are really short, and that's just how it is. They're different brakes. And then when I brake with my dad's ones, I pull the brake lever like that, and then the lever hits my fingers here, and doesn't do anything. So I brake. I can't move it any further than not doing anything. So I then have to take my hands sort of off the bars, grab the brake, feel like I'm going to fall. It's just awful. And the bars are really narrow. Yeah, it's just bad. So it kind of sucked, but, it wasn't the worst ride I've ever had, but hey.
It's an interesting insight because I don't do any of that. So being able to kind of hear it from that perspective, and actually on like a seat perspective, I bet it's kind of like having something which is sort of similar, but you take for granted all those little things that make it yours.
Yeah, I mean, just like so many tiny little things. Like the bars are about, I don't know, 4 centimeters narrower overall, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it really is. When your hands are normally like it's there instead of like out here, it makes a huge difference. And so that changes like the whole of the bike. Just that, because it's the main contact point is the bars. So yeah. It was fine. We'll figure that out. I don't really know what the point is because I'm still not going to use his bike very often, but I'm kind of done with mine, so that's the problem. I wanted something different. But anyway, your week looks way more interesting than mine. So what did you do?
Yes. So, pardon me. So when it comes to video games, last time I was kind of struggling trying to find something, and I think the topic was, what do you play now that we're getting into our 30s? Yeah. Obviously, one of the big games I'm always playing is Warcraft. Every Sunday and Tuesday we tend to raid, which is great. It gives me some sort of something to do with a big group of people, always have a lot of fun, loads of jokes, and ultimately it's kept me transfixed. There is a game which I know that there's always some sort of thing going on. Like Ahn'Qiraj is coming up, which is it's an old raid, but it's a new raid for Classic. That's coming in. And there's loads of setup. So last night, a lot of the guild did pre-quests. I haven't done that yet. So I need to kind of catch up with them. But it's really cool being able to kind of experience it as it's coming up and kind of seeing what all those people went through back then. When they talked about Arju, there's no point having world buffs because by the time you're trying to get into the raid, you're going to get ganked by guilds outside that just want to prey on you before you even get there. So repair bots and pots and all these other things. So it's weird having to adapt the raid to kind of fit this one dungeon raid even, but it's going to be cool. But I realized mostly I was trying to find out what to play. So I have a subscription to Warcraft, which I've had for ages.
Yep.
I also had a sub to RuneScape because whilst I was doing work or doing studies for the police thing, I had RuneScape in the background, just this guy chopping wood essentially.
Yeah.
And then I also had the Battle Pass in COD, and I realized there's too many. There's too much going on. I have too many subs. And then I've got a friend saying, oh, you should buy the game. You should buy Final Fantasy 14 and play with us. And here's a recruiter friend code so you can get levels and I can get some stuff. And it's like, well, now I've got 4 different games I could be playing. 4 different games. I could be playing at any different given time. Oh, yeah. And as one of the guys said in chat, it's a good community. Like, honestly, I played retail the other day, went into a dungeon. I said, hey, guys, how's it going? And someone just told me to piss off. And I was like, oh, okay. But, it takes time and effort, and that's how you get to know other players. Like, I've got about 5 people I haven't spoken to since leveling. They've all got little notes on them saying, like, this is a great tank. This was the funny rogue in BRD. All these different things. And even ex-guild communities.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even, like, old guys that we leveled with that were in the guild that left, I still have in my friends because I know I can talk to them, say, hey, do you mind opening a box for me? Like one of my rogue mates that was with us. But yeah, too many subs, so I'm thinking of cutting it down. I'm not getting my battle pass back for COD because I just don't have the time. I don't play it enough. I'm probably not going to go on with RuneScape. So what it means is it changes how you play. So for a long time I've been putting off this priest, doing it really piecemeal. But if that's the only sub I have, it means that that's what I'm going to put my time into. So it's like, I find that it's good and bad. It's bad because I can't like get all those extra weapons when I want to play COD. But then that's 10 quid I've saved. 10 quid that I can put to anything else. A nice bottle of wine. More WoW stuff if I really want to. A name change. I don't know. But there's so much I could play.
Absolutely,
and
and that's
it's
the problem I've
really
got as well.
cool.
Yeah,
But it's so cool. Like you got Apex. I've been playing. Oh fuck, what was that? Valorant. I've been playing bits of. I play Mordhau. At the moment, I'm flipping between 6 or 7 games, which is exciting. But all of them have some sort of subscription service or some sort of like input and time input, and that's the main thing. It's time. So I'm kind of thinking of whittling it down, which goes against what I did next, which was started playing Final Fantasy 14.
okay.
Um, Now, the reason this is different is because it's been a long time since I dived into a new MMO. I'm
Yep.
probably not going to be playing it like properly, but it was fun kind of seeing it from a new perspective and seeing how an MMO does things differently. Seeing your character in its own cutscenes, I of course continued my tradition from Guild Wars 2 of creating Bowmaster Steve,
Yep.
who I leveled all the way up to max, and he had like this cool longbow and a gigantic greatsword in Guild Wars. So I decided to make Bowmaster Steve. In Warcraft, you pick a race, you pick a class. You are that class all the way, and you can never change that class unless you make a new character. In Final Fantasy XIV, however, you can be anything. Your one character can play any class. You just have to level it from
Right.
1 to 80. So you can be like an archer that turns into a bard, a rogue that turns into a ninja. You could be a samurai, a lancer that turns into a dragoon. You can kind of play a bit of everything, but you have to re-level that from 1 to 80. So there's the
Yep.
time slot. But it's cool that one person, if they really did want to like mind meld into that game, could have infinite choices when it comes to gear selection,
Yep.
but also just they can fill whatever role they want to. It might be one month they're like, you know what, I really can't be asked to deal damage as a samurai. Let's just go as a healer. They could do that.
See,
There's you'd
that's
have to
why I play
create
a
a new
druid.
character.
That's why I like my druid because I
It's
go
a druid's
fuck.
haven.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's good for that because you just go, hey, do you know what? I'm bored of smacking things in the face. Let's go balance, like, or let's heal, or let's do something like that. That sounds like something I would enjoy.
And it's really cool seeing that, like seeing a different perspective and how they make it. And of course, I don't know anything about Final Fantasy. I didn't really play
No,
it much
same.
back in the day.
I've never played it.
So having Slackers Morgan playing the HD version the other day, he was just like dropping lore on me, lore facts on me,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Well, I'm not going to play the game, so just tell me kind of what's going on in these." And when I was telling him about things that I was coming across in the MMO, he was telling me what that was. Like,
Right.
what's a chocobo? What's these little guys that are going around that look like the Snoo from Reddit with these little like red
Yeah.
bulbs on their heads. It's cool seeing it from a different experience. So yeah, I played that for a little bit. But also outside of that, I've been trying to be a little bit more outside as well. So I've been doing archery. So my bow, I managed to finally, through help online,
Yep.
managed to find the correct string. I managed to get hold of a supplier of arrows, and then I spoke to them, and they said, measure your wingspan, and then we'll go down from there. So it took a good few weeks to get it all set up, but got a new string, got a new arrow thing. The knock, excuse me, on my bow came off after the first 2 arrows.
Right.
So I've had to re-glue that onto the bow,
Okay. That's not
and I'll do
ideal.
a test next week. So I was like, but I haven't used that bow in about 7 years, so I'm not
Wow.
surprised
Okay.
things are falling
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
limbs and the riser, the middle bit are intact. But
Yeah.
it was cool being able to shoot a few arrows and get back into doing something target-wise that isn't being sat at my desk for 7 hours. You know.
Yeah, I mean that's the
Um,
trouble at the moment, isn't it? It's like you can end up just inside 24/7, and realistically, that's not a bad thing, really. But you got to get outside if you can, haven't you? That's the thing. It is difficult at the moment, but hey,
yeah.
but as Morgan's in. Hey Morgan.
Yes, you did hear
And
Chocobo. I was saying about how you were
what?
dropping mad,
Oh
mad
right,
lore facts, mad lore facts at me yesterday, and how I was trying to understand it. But it's cool being introduced to a new world and
yeah,
kind of seeing it from somebody else's perspective who knows it. I can imagine that's what it's like when I'm talking history, like medieval history, to someone who doesn't care or
yeah.
doesn't really know. They're like, who the fuck is this person? Who's this pope and why are they important? Doesn't matter, but it's cool being able to kind of
Yeah,
hear
so
all
you're
that sort
saying
of.
you don't really care what Morgan's got to say? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
that's not it at all. How dare you? That's not it at all. No, it's more like I do understand what he's saying, but it's so much information to take
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
It's kind of cool. I'll come across something and I'll ask him, and he'll kind of like explain it like it's five to me. He's like, "Oh, this is from this quest line. This is from this thing. Oh, that city is from this. So these are the people. Here's the end boss. Here's the reason the end boss is important." It's like, "Oh, okay."
yeah. Yeah, you'll figure it out as you go along.
Yeah.
And as Peter McLean says, yeah, we've got so much choice in gaming at the moment. You struggling with that? I'm struggling with that. Like, there's just so much, and it's only going to get better or worse depending on how you look at it. So that's just how it is. Not a bad problem to have.
I want
But
one
hey,
game to occupy all my time. I like having that one game I
yeah,
can deep dive into, but nothing seems to. There's so much, but nothing's grip me enough where I'm like
yeah,
coming
same.
home in the evenings and going, I can't wait to play X.
Yeah, that's the same with me
Because
at the
I'll
moment.
I'll play Mordhau for 2 hours and be like, I don't want to chop anyone's head off. Let's go on WoW for a while.
Yeah,
I can't be asked to level my priest. Let's go play some Final Fantasy 14. Well, I'm not actually going to be playing this for a long, long time. So let's just jump onto Apex. Or actually, hey, fuck it, let's go on Morrowind because we haven't finished that. Or as Morgan would want me to do, let's actually finish Fable. Which brings me nicely
yep.
to this week in gaming,
That sounds good to me.
which
Hit it.
I
If you
don't
had a
actually
thing,
have
no,
on
it's not
the
on there.
notes.
So you're just
Doesn't
gonna have
matter.
to wing it. This is what happens when you do it live. You don't
I'm
have
gonna
any
wing it.
notes. Do it. Go.
I'm gonna wing
Fable.
it. So, damn, sorry. So, Fable. After years of rumor about when Fable would return, Microsoft has announced that a new Fable game is on its way for the Xbox Series X and Windows 10, and it is being developed by Playground Games. It's
Ooh.
considered a new start for the franchise and is named as such. It's simply known as Fable. The new trailer isn't all that extensive. It's all of a cinematic, showcasing a cute fairy just minding its own business, only to suddenly be eaten by a passing frog, in keeping with the series' usual tone. There's been no gameplay set, no other details revealed, but the fact that they've chucked it out, I'm sure for the majority of Fable fans, is a big thing, considering there's been so many, it's had such a wide following. I'm kind of leafing through the cinematic now, and it does look pretty cool, to be fair. I love game cinematics. They're so cool.
Yeah, I mean they're really good. Also Playground Games are the people that make Forza, which is
God, I think a
surprising.
little bit went out my nose now.
While Jack's snorting cider, Morgan, you want
Oh,
a adult to lead you through lore? Well, you should check out Morally Grey, the Lore of Warcraft podcast. They are brilliant for this sort of thing.
yeah.
You've got Jin and Fear, I think it is. I can't remember. It's been a little while since I've listened to them. Yeah, Jin and Fear. Check them out. Morally Grey, the Lore of Warcraft. You'll find it on places like Spotify and stuff. So yeah, do it.
For anyone not watching, I've actually just put the Fable trailer in the Facebook chat. This is so much easier to communicate. It's nuts.
Facebook chat, YouTube
Um,
chat, man. Come on.
YouTube chat. Ah,
What is Facebook?
what is Facebook? Yeah. So alongside, God, I'm really chesty. Sorry.
Mm.
Alongside that, must be the Rona. PC Gamer have actually given us loads of random bits. So like GigaLeak. There's been a Giga leak of an alleged Nintendo source code. It includes major games from the N64 and the Nintendo or the NES even. So, SM64 Luigi Restored. An anonymous poster on message board 4chan has leaked a massive trove of alleged source code and internal documents from Nintendo. The leak includes the source code and development versions of code from many famous popular Nintendo games of the 90s, including the
Oh.
SNES eras and 64 eras. Included are games like Mario 64, Mario Kart, Ocarina of Time, which will be interesting, Star Fox 1 and 2, Yoshi's Island, F-Zero, and all sorts of things. Communities around games like Super Mario 64 are excited. Now, I can imagine when it comes to speed running, that's a big thing because they're always looking for glitches or
Yeah.
ways of making the game go faster. So, as much as this could be really bad for Nintendo, I say really bad, all of this is past now. This has been a long time since Super Mario 64 has been out, but it's interesting to see how that could actually be worked or what people might create using that source code. Who knows? Like literally, there's a video here of someone who's got Luigi. There used to be this thing when I was a kid that
Mm.
you read it. That there was, when rumors go around the playground.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
One of them was if you look at this window long enough and you run back and forward from this window, you turn into Luigi in this like
Right.
little second level of the castle. I think me and my brother did that for about an hour before we gave up. That's an hour of running back and forth for a hoax. That's
Yeah.
what happens when you're a
That's
kid.
funny.
There's
I
like
like that.
no Ask Jeeves, no
Yeah.
Google, no magazines. It's
Ask
just, oh,
Jeeves.
that I heard that from so and so.
Yeah.
So and so was fucking bullshitting. All
Yeah. Fuck
lies.
so and so.
I'm gonna put this in YouTube chat of
Yes,
this
that's
video
it.
of Luigi farting around, but it's cool.
I
But yeah,
reckon
there's
that's a
a
mod. That's got to be a mod.
Maybe actually.
Maybe I reckon
If
probably if you've got the code, it's probably just a toggle switch type thing. Just to change the skin. That's
But
good.
cool.
So when I saw the link to that, I thought it was going to be something like, "Hey, they're being remastered and being put onto like the Switch or whatever it is." But no, it's totally different to that. It'd be interesting to see what happens with all of it.
I mean, that would be cool. Not being funny, but if somebody could somehow put Super Mario 64 on my phone, I probably would play it.
Oh fuck yeah, definitely. So would I.
Woohoo! Um, next is a Minecraft mod that
Mm.
lets you play Doom in game.
Oh shit! I've just seen the thumbnail for that as well. It's literally that it's not just playing Doom. It is literally they have built a computer. How do they do this? I
I
just
know,
don't
right? How
understand.
cool is that? So basically, what they've done is there's this mod called VM Computers,
Right.
where someone in game has managed to kind of create in their little home a computer setup in Minecraft with like a little tiny mouse, a single block mouse, their computer. But where the screen is, they've actually got the old game Doom running. So whilst you're in Minecraft, you click a button and you take over the controls of the computer panel and you can literally play Doom. So I wonder if it's a mod that in that tiny screen where you're looking, it basically plays the game through that screen. So if you, as long as you interact with a screen, keyboard or mouse, you can actually have access to that game.
Yep.
But the fact that you could do that inside Minecraft is hilarious because I know that there's been this debate where people have been trying to set up their rooms in VR with like fake furniture, and how there's a video about it by there was a deep diver who did it where he just said he actually found he liked spending more time in his virtual environment than his actual room. And because everything was set out where it was, he
Right.
lies down on the couch in the virtual one. It's also in the same place as his couch in real life. And because they can't put their own 3D models in it, it's not that close. But he said it's weird taking it off and then realizing that you're actually in. Oh, as Phil says, or Pro Philippe says,
Yep.
Zelda. You could probably play Zelda on that. You could go into Minecraft and maybe play Ocarina of Time. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, it's wicked. I mean, he said that he fell asleep. I'll find out who it is at some point. He said waking up, he woke up in the VR environment because he still had the headset on,
Right.
and it didn't feel weird. It felt weird when he took the headset off.
Did that honestly? That guy needs to go outside. Like,
Yeah.
no offense, but it's a Minecraft world. It's not real. Like, it's pretty pixelated and cubey. Go like, is that what you're talking about? Was it
Oh no
still
no no
Minecraft?
no! That was just talking about actual like VR.
Oh.
The Minecraft stuff, of course, you can
Oh
kind
yeah,
of come
no,
out
right.
of that and it
That
will
would
be
confuse the
normal.
shit out of me. Yeah.
I'd be
Yeah.
weird, yeah. Like waking up and seeing my hand is like a single block. I think I'd be a little bit concerned.
Yeah. Well,
But
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, if it's
would be the
anything
first
like
time.
the Half-Life Alex stuff that I've seen, like I can imagine it looking pretty good.
I'd love to play that one day.
Yeah, me
One day in
too.
the future.
I mean, the thing is, dude, your hardware could cope with doing VR probably. I mean, like just about. I
Well,
think
I was
if you,
thinking because
Mm.
we're going back into airsoft, and I was like, I could actually just save up money and instead of buying a new gun. I could literally buy a VR headset and try and set up a room with it.
yeah, yeah.
That'd be
You've got
sick.
the space. You have got the
Yeah.
space. Like 100%. That's do it.
Finally, on my This Week in Gaming,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
actually been looking into. This isn't really news, more so I thought it was really cool. I loved playing Assassin's Creed, whatever the last one was, the one set in Greece.
Odyssey.
That's it. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. And I've been looking up gameplay for Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Mm.
The music is being done by Einar Selvik and a few others that actually
Yeah.
worked the same music in the Viking series on TV.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
So I'm looking forward to it because I love Wardruna, Danheim, oh god, Heilung. There's loads of these like Nordic ambient sort of music makers and
Right.
traditional music makers, and to have them all being brought together by Ubisoft in this Viking game is cool. It is. It's the new Assassin's Creed game coming out, and it's going to be set in England, where you basically are a Norseman raiding during the time of the Vikings.
Yep.
So it is going to be a bit saddening having to raid the English again, like Assassin's Creed 3,
Sad times.
because sad times. But you can actually dual wield double shields. So if you have a long
What?
shield, you have two, not long shield, you have two like big shields. You can actually double wield them, just bash the shit out of people. They're trying to make it a little bit more commonplace to just whatever you find, you can beat the shit out of somebody with it. And I really
Okay.
like that idea. And you can be in your longboat. You get to build up a party, build up their armor, their weapons, and you can raid like towns and villages.
Yep.
And you can like raid castles, and there are other Vikings that you can fight as well. So it's a really, really interesting concept. But that's what I'm looking forward to because, not being funny, the last massive game I remember Assassin's Creed playing, because I loved Odyssey, was actually Black Flag. Black Flag was
Yeah.
such a game changer, and everyone loved it.
Yeah, I mean,
So I'm
I've
hoping this is
got
something
there's
new.
one I've got somewhere and I haven't played it. I need to do that. I think the last one I played was like 3 on the Xbox, and it was fucking terrible.
Yeah,
The controls were just terrible. But do you know what that's just reminded me of? You said about like picking anything up and being able to smash people in the face with it.
yeah.
I started playing Black Mesa, which is I think basically
Yes,
Half-Life.
yes,
So
good.
I started playing that last night and got like a couple of hours into it, and it's just I'm still trying to escape from the facility. Actually,
Good luck.
it was ridiculous. It was totally different.
I fucking love that game.
Yeah, so I got it free with the Humble Bundle thing like ages ago.
Oh, good.
So
So
I've finally done it.
So Black Mesa Half-Life was one of my favorite games growing up.
Mm.
One of the first proper first-person shooters I ever played, and Black Mesa was by a group of guys that just wanted to make Half-Life the first game.
Yeah.
They just wanted to make. They spent all of their free time doing this and building it up, and it had such a successful release. But they still work on it. They still make it amazing. It's so cool. Like, not being funny, it's just such a cool game. And later on, the artwork gets really sick. Like,
Okay.
you go, I can't say anything. I really can't say anything.
No.
It's awesome. It's just an awesome game, an awesome experience, and I can't wait to hear how you feel about it, because I might start playing that again
I was
because I've been enjoying it.
the bit that got me was the fact that it takes quite a bit of time to load some of it, and I don't really get why. But hey, anyways, it's a crazy big looking game. But anyway, it was good fun. But I
Yes.
guess before we move on, you look like you're pretty much done with your first beverage, and I am done with mine.
Yes, I will drinking.
So that was good. It could do with being colder, but that's my fault. It's pretty hot in here because for those that don't know, so where I'm sat now at my desk is in a cupboard, which is the boiler cupboard. The boiler is up there, and my PC is like tucked under my desk, and it is basically just heat around me. And I've got the window closed because there's someone using a chainsaw outside, and the door's shut. So it's fucking boiling in here. So yes.
I kind of see sweat.
Yeah, I know.
appearing.
I'm getting there, and I've got like just a naked bulb above me, which is a LED bulb that I normally have hidden. But to get more light for my fucking webcam, I've got. Hang on, let's see if I can look. If I just, there's the cupboard. There's the bulb. There's my boiler. It's bad times. This is.
Oh
Like,
god.
it all looks good. Hang on. Oh, now I've ruined my webcam. Hang on.
Oh, what the fuck have you done?
Oh god. Okay. Sort of okay. Fine. Right. Let's crack it open. What have you got next?
Yeah, but before you go, what was your verdict on that one?
Oh, perfectly drinkable. They're all of these, like all this sort of thing, are just like, yeah, they're good. Like
Out of 5? Was it a
4?
5 we do?
I think so.
Yeah, you're giving it 4.
Yeah, quite
That's
happily.
cool.
It's
Good.
It's brilliant. I don't know what would be better about it other than it needing to be cold.
Do you know what? This actually surprised me because the first few sips, it was super sweet.
Yeah.
As I got through it, though, I actually found it not over the top. I finished it with quite ease. I didn't feel like it was overly sugary as I got through it. I don't know if it was those first few sips, which is just a smack to the face. It's definitely still not sessionable, but I would give this I'd probably actually give this a 4 as well. It
Really?
did
Okay.
exactly as it said on the bottle. It's Parma Violets. I wouldn't say it's something that you want to drink more than one of. I don't know if I'm going to revisit it. Actually, I'll probably put it down to a 3.5.
Yeah.
Better than I expected, so I can't
Yeah.
give it a 3 or any lower than that. Not out of the park amazing, but at the same point, like, it did exactly as it said in the bottle. I've not had a cider like that. Brothers seem to be very experimental, which is why this next one is really going to be confusing. I really weirdly picked that up.
Again?
The next one is rhubarb and custard.
Oh god. I'm playing it safe with just, lemon. Mike's. I'm going for Mike's this time. So there's like 3 or 4 different brands that make these. Even Smirnoff have got one, as in Smirnoff vodka, but it's not vodka, I don't think. It's flavored. It's good. What have you got?
This one actually has the cider on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So this actually does say it. It doesn't have any of the blurb on the other one, so just to show you a kind of a difference.
Oh, okay. That's
That's weird, right?
Yeah.
So this one says, in English,
English.
English cider, carbonated water, fermented apple juice, so it's an apple-based cider,
Yep.
sugar, citric acid, E numbers out the wing wang. Holy shit. Um, yeah, it's just E numbers. So I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But this is a rhubarb and custard one. Now, I used to love rhubarb. Whenever I went to the barbershop as a kid, you always get like a rhubarb and custard lollipop afterwards for some fucked up reason. But it
Right.
reminds me of my childhood because I used to get rhubarb and custard after that because I was like, I don't need to go to the barbers for this. I can just get this elsewhere, and it makes you feel cheeky. Um, oh my
I
god.
just want to show this, like, because that is what I'm actually looking at. So my
Oh
desk is
wow.
a bit cluttered, but like it doesn't look as terrible as it normally does. So come on, like it's right there, camera. Come on, oh, fucking hell. Anyway, I'll share it in Discord or something like that because it's just totally different. Like
Smirnoff
it's
cider. I've not
fine.
tried that.
Smirnoff cider. Sorry, did you say Smirnoff cider?
Yeah, Morgan said Smirnoff cider.
What? How? How do they do cider? So that I've had that. I don't get it.
Is it like when a company is just, oh, we've not got anything on the cider markets. Let's put something out.
Well, you say that, but that's basically what Brewdog have done. They are now making these sort of things, and they're making gin, and then which is really nice, a cloudy lemon gin. We've had that, and they've also got a spiced rum that I have not had yet. So look for it.
Keep
It's
your eyes
like
out.
aromatic spiced rum. It looks pretty cool. But yeah, I'm on these.
This is cloudy. So the last one was clear and purple. This rhubarb and custard looks like it's going to be cloudy, and it is very cloudy and
Tricky.
red.
All right, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, okay,
shit,
yeah.
sorry. That's better. If the camera will focus, because the camera was bought in like 2006.
Well, mine was pretty new, and yours is focusing better than mine is. I mean, it's only because your internet's not ideal that
Oh
you're
my god,
pixelated, but yeah.
that color, Jesus!
That's pretty bright. No wonder the E numbers are all in there.
Right, I'm a bit dubious about this one. All right, what are you going with? Sorry, because I've kind of overridden it with my weird cider.
Yeah, no. So I've got alcoholic sparkling water again, a hard seltzer from Mike's. Thanks, Mike. This is a lemon flavored one. Basically, it is like alcoholic lemonade. It's really tasty. It's good. I've had this one before. Yeah.
Phil, if you're watching, that might be your thing. Alcoholic lemonade is the tits for you. So
I mean, it doesn't look like a tit. It just looks like a can, but it's I'm sure it'll taste like boobs.
just a squeezable. Anyway, that's this is also like insanely carbonated.
Yeah, that's
If
fizzy.
that shows anything.
Yeah, no, it does. Yeah.
Oh god. Do you know what? I look forward to the Parma Violet one. I'm kind of not looking forward to this at all.
Well, good
Rhubarb
luck.
and custard in a cider.
Do it.
Anyways,
Go.
cheers. How the hell did they do that? That actually tastes like rhubarb and custard. That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't
Oh
get
my
how they
god,
do
that's
these.
so weird. That's like playing with my head. I got going for another taste.
Jack's playing with his head live on stream.
Yeah, it tastes like rhubarb and custard. That's fucked up. It kind of reminds me of the toffee apple one. It's got that
Right,
weird
yeah,
yogurty
yeah,
sort
yeah.
of base taste. But then you also there's less custard and more rhubarb. It's mostly a rhubarb cider. But you kind of get elements. You can actually taste the custard in it. It's a weird sort of like sweet creaminess to the base of it.
That sounds
God,
genuinely
that's
terrible.
weird.
Like,
It is actually pleasant, but
it though?
not in a good way.
okay.
Yeah, as Morgan said, Jack's basically poured Fanta Twist. It does kind of look like Fanta
Yeah,
Twist.
that's exactly what it
It
looks
does look like
yeah.
Fanta Twist.
Probably,
I'm
but
not
with
be-
more
I wouldn't be
numbers.
surprised.
Yeah, yeah.
Fanta Twist would be healthier than this.
Yeah, more than likely, more than likely. All right. While you figure that out, I'm going to talk about Thor 4. So, Den of
Yeah,
Geek.
go for it.
Den of Geek. Thor Love and Thunder release date, cast, and story details. I cannot be bothered to tell you about that. Look it up. But basically, Natalie Portman's back. And Taika Waititi is directing, which is just fantastic
Nice.
news for anything. If we get even like 50% as good as Ragnarok, we'll be okay. Like that
Ragnarok.
was
Such.
so good.
Didn't I see that with you?
Yeah, I think so. It was a while
Such a
ago.
good film.
Yeah. Just love the bit where it begins with like him in the cage and he's just like, Surtur, you son of a and it's like spins around like, hang on, I'm coming back around again. But anyway, yeah, so the important thing, which is quite sad, is that the release date is now going to be February the 11th, 2022, which is fucking ages away.
Yeah.
But
They're
all
all
of the
being
important
pushed
people are
back.
coming back. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not surprising. They haven't even started filming at the end of the day. They were supposed to have done. Hey, I mean, The Witcher has started filming again, or it's back in pre-production
Hooray!
at the very least. So they're nearly there with that. Still, though, we'll be lucky to see that this year. I feel like. Excuse me, fucking hell. Fizzy stuff. So yeah, like all the important people are coming back. You got Natalie Portman returning again. Who is now Thor? What? Yeah, apparently she's going to be the female Thor. I don't know. We got to figure this out. There's also obviously the Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie, which is great because she was brilliant in both Ragnarok and I guess Endgame. I guess, or is it Infinity? Which she was in both, I think. But as the Queen of Asgard and all of that, so that's good fun. There's a lot more to come with that, and we'll see. What? Hang on, what? Christian Bale might be in Love and Thunder as well. That's fun.
Cool. Interesting.
Curious. Anyway, yes. What else have we got in movies and TV?
Kind of the same as what you kind of covered. So Disney have shifted all their release dates back. So as this article on Empire, of course, I'm always going to choose Empire because I'm an Empire fan. They said on the 24th of July 2020, just when you thought things might be crawling back to something resembling normality, it's a nice opener, along comes another gut punch of film scheduling changes. Disney is the latest to start shifting movies because the current conditions signal it's the wrong time to try and open bigger movies. Among the casualties, Star Wars, Avatar, and the company's live-action take on Mulan. Now, I thought that Mulan was coming out soonish.
Wasn't it out? Was it about to be out or something? Because I could have
maybe it was
sworn
about to be out.
I don't know. Okay. When they say Star Wars, what do they mean?
I don't know. That's all that Empire have said, really. They said, as for Mulan, that had been a one big film alongside Tenet, the cinema chains has pegged as a release to usher patrons back to their screens. Now Disney has pushed the movie off the calendar entirely, alongside Wes Anderson's latest, The French Dispatch. Fuck. There's no sign either film would be moved to Disney Plus, but for now they are without a slot. Yeah. Ooh. So literally, I was looking forward to the cinemas opening because I was like, I'll go see Milan. That might be one of the first films I see when it opens again, when Cineworld comes out, but it's not. So, in related release date shuffles, Muse Paramount is officially moving A Quiet Place Part 2 to April 23rd of next year, while Top Gun Maverick is taking flight the 2nd of July 2021. But there is good news. Sonic the Hedgehog has been set, the sequel has been set for the 8th of April 2022.
I mean, it wasn't terrible. I was actually pleasantly surprised. Oh, dude, seriously, watch it. It wasn't terrible. It was not bad. It's on my Plex, so I don't know if that's going to work. You can give it a go. We were pleasantly surprised, and actually, I'm quite happy there's a sequel because the story was pretty good.
Oh, okay. And definitely the CGI changes were.
Oh god, yeah.
Were good, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Like he was kind of cute now.
Run away.
It was good, and then you get to see Tails at the end of this one. So that's cool. I think we're gonna struggle with cinemas, dude. I mean, the Cineworld was meant to open at the beginning of this month. It's now meant to open at the end of the month. Fuck knows if that's even gonna happen. I haven't checked.
Because, I mean, that's the one thing I definitely think I've been craving the most is just because I loved on my days off, just before COVID really kind of locked us all down. I was going every Tuesday to watch a film on my own. And that was such a nice breakup of the week where I could just go there on my free time, watch something, catch up. If there's art house films that they do, because they did it at Crawley Cineworld, I could watch those too. Like I got to see Parasite when they opened it up. And that was excellent to be able to see it after their Oscar win. So that being kind of reprimanded does suck.
Yeah, I think it's not really surprising. I think it's not a bad thing to be closed, but I miss it. It's that simple. What else have we watched? I'm trying to think. Was there anything else that I can talk about?
Even Morgan said Sonic was so much better than you expected.
Right.
So
it really was. Yeah. I think it's worth giving a go. I think it was quite fun, really. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not like the best film you've ever seen in my life, but it's pretty good. It's fun. It's a popcorn film. It's like going to watch a Fast and Furious film. Like they're fucking stupid these days, but they're great fun.
Yeah. I mean, cars, coolness, fast cars, single one-liners that everyone's cliche and cheesy. but we like it. It's Fast and
Who
Furious.
is
You don't
Big the
go there
Cat?
to. I don't know who Big the Cat is. I'm sorry.
I don't know who Big the Cat is. Morgan, tell us who Big the Cat is. Hey Google, who is Big the Cat? What? It just gave me a result for Dan Katz, Katz, a TV actor.
I think it didn't give you Escorts UK.
Is that what yours is giving you?
Big the Cat, local in Crawley.
Oh, yeah, I have no idea what that's about. I'm sure you can
Should
tell
sit
us.
on your face and steal your coins. Is it coins that when you hit Sonic, they go ring,
The rings,
rings?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. She'll steal your rings. Just sounds like she's trying to have an
Okay.
affair with married
Yeah,
men.
yeah. Moving on, shall we? Yeah.
Yes, quickly.
Let's move on to the terrible tech news that is Apple selling a cable for $129.
Now, see, this is interesting because you told me some information earlier that kind of made it viable.
Yeah. Okay. You go.
Tell us.
Fucking Apple. They're just charging stupid money for a fucking cable that you could just buy on eBay for a $5 at most. Like it, but they're not. Okay, so like USB-C, most of us have got it as our phone connector these days. It's meant to be the next thing. A lot of new laptops are charging by USB-C. Certainly, if I was ever buying a laptop or a device, it's USB-C or it can go home. Like it's brilliant because USB-C is designed to replace fucking everything. It's meant to do power. It's meant to do networking, video, everything. But try getting a cable that does that. It's supposed to. But there's so many standards that it just doesn't work. So nobody has the same cable. You buy a cable, is it going to charge your laptop properly or is it going to blow up your phone? Like, you don't know.
Yeah.
This cable will actually do what it's supposed to do. It is full spec everything. So it is $129. So like £100 probably for us. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's $99.99 or something on the shelves in the UK. So £100. But it is actually proper DisplayPort outputs. USB 3 Gen 3, fucking USB standards as well. They're USB 3.1 Gen 2, not USB 3.2. That would be easier. And that is up to 10 gigabits per second. So it is actually slightly slower than it could be, but it's pretty good. It's not cheap for a cable, but apparently, according to The Verge, there isn't really anything else that does the same for any less money. So if you want a cable that does everything and you need it, this actually does make sense for a change from Apple. Like, bearing in mind, the new phones may not come with a charger in the box. Which I sort of get, but at the same time, why?
An extra purchase interest.
The reason for it is they can then maybe make smaller packaging, cheaper phones, but they're not going to make cheaper phones, are they, at the end of the day? Let's face it. And everybody's already got a cable. But as other people have pointed out, let's say you sell your phone, you sell the charger with it, don't you? So you don't end up with another charger. You've sold your charger and phone. I certainly did when I sold my iPhone. Yes, fine, I was moving to Android, but I don't know. That'll be interesting to see. But it makes sense. I guess if you don't need it, they also apparently do a non-pro, pro being that it is longer and braided cable, for $40. So, and it's a lot shorter. It's not crazy, but it's still fucking expensive for a cable.
Yeah, that's expensive for a cable. We'll see. Maybe it might be that competitors will come up with their own version later on, and that might drop to something like £100, and then you'll get some budget eBay versions for 50. That won't work, or they will work.
Well, that's it. You'll get the budget version that says, "Hey, I do this," and it's like spending £80 on a fucking HDMI cable when the $2 one does it. But that is not the case with those sort of cables. They're not all the same. So I guess the next thing we've got, let's do the Asus ROG phone, ROG. Sorry.
So what do you mean when you say ROG phone 160 hertz? What does that mean?
Okay, so the refresh rate of your screen that you are looking at now, Jack, is 140.
Oh, 100. Yeah, 155. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So
okay.
On a phone. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
They are already like, I think 120 hertz or something like that. It might be. Oh no, it says 144 hertz on this article. But there's basically a way to just, in the testing mode, you can turn it on to go even higher, which is just fucking insane, quite honestly. Why? I mean, it's just basically 160 frames a second will then be shown. You will see all those 160 frames per second if you have it on.
Wow.
But it's a gaming phone. Who's gaming that hardcore on their phone? I don't know.
Also,
I'm
what
certainly
about the
not.
camera that's being brought in with it? I'd like to know that.
Well, yeah, that would be very interesting. On the subject of cameras, I haven't put this in the show notes. I'm sure we can talk about this in a second, but 12K Blackmagic camera. Yep. So we'll get to that in a second. But basically, yeah, if you've got one of these
Yes,
phones,
please.
try it out. I don't know anyone in the UK that has got one. Does it even exist in the UK? I don't know. Anybody know that? I haven't managed to find it. Also, apparently, it's a big purple cat. That doesn't help. Thanks, Morgan. But the I'll tell you what. Screw it. Let's fuck the Samsung tablets off. Maybe I'll get to them in a minute. But the Blackmagic 12K cameras, yeah. So I heard about
Yes.
this when I was listening to actually the WAN show from Linus Tech Tips. They actually shoot on red cameras at the moment. So
That's
8K. Because they
good,
shoot
yep.
in 8K because they output in 4K. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
But they have ordered 6 of these things. 6 12K cameras because the idea is that it replaces their, I think, 3 or 4 red cameras, and their Canon C200s and everything else. It replaces both their A and B cameras for everything.
Wow.
And it shoots 12K.
12K. And then you think, but then no one ever really uses it full 12K.
No.
Or maybe they do. And you just use it for 8K
Yeah, but
by
the
that
reason
point.
they've
Or
got
you
it
could super it down to 4.
exactly, that's it. But the main reason they've got it is it shoots on paper as good as the red camera does, but you can also get slow mo. You can get I think something like 120 frames a second in 4K, which they don't have a solution for at the moment.
Can you imagine the cool slow-mo shots in a Guy Ritchie film?
Yeah,
Ah, that'd be so sick.
that's
Dim
it.
frames. Although I'd feel bad for anyone that has to roto
Yeah,
any of that.
yeah,
The longer this goes on, the worse rotoscoping gets.
yeah. It's just
Because
more and more
anyone
pixels to work with.
for anyone who doesn't know what that means, it's like when, say, you've got a green screen and someone's hand sticking off the green screen, they have to cut around the hand in every frame. Now you're thinking like, what was it for American screens? It's 29.97.
Yep.
For us, it's 25. Film's 24 or was 24. So you might only have 24 frames per second's worth of cutting out. But you get to something really high, and you have it for a special Hobbit edition, like they did with the higher frame rate.
Yep.
For then you've got an extra 48 frames of trying to match it to every single
Bear in
frame.
mind, if you've got a 3-second shot, you've still got like a few hundred frames to do. It's a few hundred images that you've got to go through and just cut out. It's hard work. Anyway,
Every 5 frames.
the main reason for going for these Blackmagic cameras is that they are much more flexible with storage and the media that you use. They support dual slot recording.
That's cool.
So
'Cause
with the
before-
Reds, if you're recording and the Red Mag, which is their Red storage device, which is proprietary, you can't use anything else. They're really expensive. They're not great, but they're really expensive. You have to use them. If one of those dies while you're filming, that's it. You're fucked. That's it. It's all gone. And
For
it
our
does happen.
university,
Yeah.
our uni had like 4K ARRI, I think, before I left, and it had its own cooling system and its own data slots. And we had one training session on it, but we never got to use it because it was too late. Oh, what I'd give to use one of those! I don't know what I'd film, mind you, because I haven't,
No,
neither of us technically no longer work in the entertainment industry. But holy hell, I'd like to try some. Do you know what it'd be really cool for? Is you going over a jump
Yeah.
in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
We could like make sure everything is on point, and then get that sick like the tires going. You realizing that you've turned it a little bit too much to the right, and you're about to bail. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh god,
Well,
I
no,
loved
even
it.
better. We could get that reaction of you trying to get the brakes down and it hitting your fingers. You going,
Yeah, that would be good. I mean, I shot my dissertation piece, mountain biking stuff, on a Sony FS700, which did up to like 800 frames a second or something like that. But the problem with that was that it was in a burst, and it could only do like 8 seconds either way, either before you press the button, as you press the button, or 8 seconds afterwards. Like it was a very strange thing. And this will do that 120. The Blackmagic thing will do the 120, whatever it is,
that's good.
all the time.
That's good.
So that's one of the main reasons they're upgrading as at LTT is that you can do that and you got the flexibility. And Linus's thing is, hey, I've pre-ordered them. If they turn up when they turn up, if it doesn't work for us, I will end up probably selling them for more than I paid for them. So who cares? Like,
took my mate 6 months to get his hands on an Arri.
mm.
For him and his mates, kind of like production thing that they're going for. I don't know what's going on with it now, but it's a long time to wait for a camera. But I get it, especially like now with everything being locked down. I don't know if they could double down even more on their production because everyone's kind of like, it's the demands there, but you can't really get them out or what.
No, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. All right, I guess the only other thing I'll mention is that there are some new Samsung tablets coming. There's sort of a spec leak. The screens get like really bumped up in spec, I think, really. So the Galaxy Tab S7s, there's a couple of different ones. One screen looks really good. It's OLED and it's like 2800 by 1800 or something like that. It's going to be cool for a tablet, but hey, I'm not really in the market for a tablet at the moment, so I don't really care.
What I'd use a tablet for?
I know what I would use it for, which for me is just kind of like watching YouTube.
Having a dump?
Exactly. That is exactly what I would use it for. But I can't justify the price.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like comfortable dumps, or I'll just have it. But then the TV is right in front of me, and my computer's in the corner. So what's the point of having the tablet? Unless it really can't be
use
asked
the tablet
to on.
If I had a tablet, I would be using that to do the chat on our YouTube stream. That's what I would use.
There you go. There you go.
I could have used my phone, but honestly, we've got a lot to figure out with the streaming.
It's cool though. I think this has been quite fun to be able to kind of like portray this out because it's normally all audio. The first time being able to get this in video format is actually quite nice.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be interesting to see what people think. There will be an audio stream as well for if people just go, oh, I missed the live stream and I can't really watch the video. I will be going up on Anchor as an audio stream at some point. Ideally, I'll pull it from YouTube because it'll just be easier. But if not, you will get this as well on Anchor as normal.
I also realise I've been responding to things that people have been saying in the YouTube chat. But what I'll do in the future is reading what they've said and then giving an answer. Because I realise if we do put this on Anchor, people might not have kind of figured out what we've been talking about. Although we have said, like, Morgan said this and Peter said this, or Elliot said this.
I guess.
We'll get there. So apologies and bear with us. It's our first live stream.
Yeah, absolutely. So the good thing is that we've done it. We can do it again. The problem I've just realized is I don't think I can play our outro. I will try. I don't know where it is. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. You just chat shit for me.
We might have to do a Wayne's World. Fade out the black
podcast. Oh god, where is it?
This is taking so much longer to get through.
Mine's fine. Where is it? Where is the thing?
Oh, it's sweet. That's record lick sweet.
Do you know what's crazy is I don't know if I play something whether or not the stream can hear it because technically OBS is actually recording my desktop audio, which is how it gets you. So I will play what I think is the outro and we will see.
Peter also says, keep up the good work, lads. We shall try our very best.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, it's not been bad for a first stream. Thank you, Morgan.
And thank you, Morgan.
Peter. Yes, let's see if I've got the actual outro somewhere. Well, you see, it's not even that. It's the fact that we're brought to you by Dragon Powered Studio, and I don't know where the fuck that's gone.
Damn it. Yeah, as Morgan said, play the super mega happy outro.
What is the super mega happy outro?
Don't worry. It's from Wayne's World.
Oh, alright, okay.
I guess it all worked in the end.
Did it though? Did it? I mean...
not for us. Hashtag slackers, but not even prepared.
No, I'm not even slightly prepared. I hadn't even thought about this until just now, and then I was like, well, shit.
Oh, it's raining again.
Is it? Oh, well.
Outside my window. I still have to go for a walk.
Oh, just side note.
I will have to listen to Ward Bruna. Okay.
Why have Adobe changed all of their apps to be the same color?
I did not notice that.
Every single time, you know
Why?
how like Premiere was purple, After Effects was slightly
Yeah.
blue, and Photoshop was like
Photoshop was blue. And After Effects was purple.
Yep.
Premiere was like an off purple.
Audition
InDesign was
green.
brown.
Yep.
Audition was green. Why have they done that? I liked that. That I could just, even if I'm super pissed, I could tell which one I was clicking on.
Yeah.
Which happened a lot. My
There
second
it is.
place.
I found the outro. Right. I'm gonna play it.
This show is
Actually,
brought
do we
to
have
you
to say
by
the outro first?
Dragon Powered
I think
Studio.
it's just as long.
Find more at dragonpoweredstudio.com.
Do you want me to say the outro, or do you want to say the outro?
Okay, read the outro.
So that was a show, a live stream show. Thank you for joining us. We'd love to hear your feedback. So be sure to join our Discord at the link in the show notes, or in this case, either the show notes or potentially our YouTube description. If you haven't already, and you can follow us on Twitter at slackers_studio. If you're a bit more old-fashioned, or you want to send me a meme, or you just want to swear at me, Slackers Steve, of course, send us an email at theslackersmailbox@gmail.com. That is theslackersmailbox@gmail.com. If you enjoy the show, please give us a review on iTunes, as it really helps us reach new people as well. We've actually had a few new people join us as well, not only just today, but also on our Discord. So it's really cool kind of seeing that people are along, I guess.
Absolutely.
It's nice.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Shall we...
Oh, God, right. Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Right. This is the thing we do where we both try and say the same sentence, but it always fails because of timing. But that's why we do it, because it is fucking hilarious. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Don't let your boss catch you slacking. Until next time, we've been your slackers. Yeah, boom. I felt like that may have worked.
Excellent. That might have worked. You never know. Did we get a dragon? I asked that. I don't know if you guys heard the actual Dragon Powered Studio outro.